Okay, so I am very late posting this video and recording it actually, and that's because the day that I was going to record it, I instead spent at the hospital waiting to meet my newest nephew. So sorry, but he took priority. It is week 6, and that means we are almost done with Lent. And this week we're talking about connecting with ourselves so that we can really actually connect with other people in our lives. I feel like so much of what we talk about or are interested in is on the surface. No one asks me what my dreams or aspirations are for my life. Yet on the regular, I get asked what shows I'm watching, or if I saw a recent sporting event or award ceremony. And to be fair, I haven't been asking people these deeper questions either. We constantly ask, "How are you?" And we answer, but how often is it a real answer? It's usually, "I'm good," or "I've been busy," and then we move on. We never ask questions to dig to the next layer, the how and the why, and then the layer below that. We seem to do that better when talking about other people's lives more than our own. Whether gossiping about celebrities or people we know, we will analyze the shit out of their lives, actions, motives, and emotions. Are these all distractions from talking about what's really going on with us? Keeping the focus on other people so we don't have to deal with our own deep-rooted feelings that are oftentimes scary or uncomfortable or sad? I can't help but think maybe my emotional walls are actually the cause of the pain in my life, not the result of it. Maybe feeling off track all comes down to not being in touch with myself, my gut, my emotions. If I haven't been connected with my true self, how could I possibly connect with others? All this time I've been focused on what other people think, how they feel or don't feel, what they are doing, how that's affected me. When really, I should have been looking at me, figuring out what I think, how I feel or don't feel, and what I'm doing, independent of everyone else. My walls don't just keep others from getting in. They're keeping me from getting out. When we're not in touch with who we really are, or we've put up a guard because of difficult or painful or uncomfortable things we've gone through in our lives, it can really impact our ability to connect with other people. Because if we're not being honest with ourselves in terms of our feelings or our fears or our concerns or our beliefs, then we're not able to share that with other people. And if we're not sharing those parts of ourselves, which are the real and honest and true parts of ourselves, then what kind of connection can we really have with others? We end up with all these topics we want to avoid or eggshells we have to walk around, and it leaves us with nothing left to talk about but meaningless stuff. And there's nothing wrong with talking about movies or the TV shows you're watching or the weather or your plans for the weekend or any of that. That's not what I'm saying. But if you really want to have those deeper connections with people in your life, at some point you have to have those deeper conversations. That is connection, and that is intimacy, and that is really sharing yourself with somebody else. But if you're avoiding all of that within yourself, you're certainly not going to open up to someone else about it. So this week, maybe try to have some real conversations with people, friends or family members. And if that's too uncomfortable, if you're not ready for that yet, maybe you've got to start with having a real honest conversation with yourself. And that goes back to that alone time and self-reflection that we talked about in week 1 or 2 or something. But if you don't confront the things within yourself, you'll never share them with other people. And then that's always going to limit your ability to connect with people.